Okay, I've now set everything up, and yeah, just gonna jump into some goddamn Minecraft. I missed it. I missed it. I've been playing Minecraft a lot over the holidays, actually, with my friends. But yeah. Let's see. Set this up. I haven't really looked around. I literally just booted it up and made the new world, and then said, "Let's go." I'm digging the new update so far. Okay, okay. And just sort of friendly reminder, there's a bunch of sound effects that you can play at your discretion, which cost points. One of them is a creeper hiss. So, which I would say gets me 95% of the time. Um, I don't know how I feel about the prizes. I think they're pretty good. It actually started out being like, what was it 1,000 per sound and then 2,000? No, that wasn't that expensive. Was it 500 per sound and then 1,000 for the creeper? But I lower those prices a lot. I think it's a lot more fun to be able to use them more frequently. But yeah, I haven't streamed now in like 2 months, which I mean I don't really take that as a bad thing. I don't stream professionally. I don't really earn any money from it, so it's just like a hobby thing. But it has been a little while. I was considering streaming a lot of different things today. I had a hard time making up my mind, but I figured Minecraft because why not? Also, we out here is General Grievous because of course. I didn't really think it changed my skin, but that doesn't matter. But yeah, it's 2022, and honestly, I'm not really expecting anything different from 2020 and 2021. But, hopefully it'll be cool. Man, I've been watching a lot of sitcoms actually after the pandemic started, which probably makes sense now that I think about it because, I mean, yo, a real gamer. Yeah, man. Wait, why didn't that appear in my fucking phone chat? That's weird. Okay, hopefully it's there now. I forget that I need to test to make sure that it's actually working. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, basically, I'm a fucking gamer and I'm way cooler than you will ever be. Check that out. God, the frame rate is not doing too hot. Honestly, I probably should be streaming without the what's it called, the shader, but it's too good. I like it too much. Might tone it down a little though. Like I think I was playing, was it 12 in the? Oh shit! Hey, nice. Thank you for a sub. You're my second one, I think. Wait, sub in 2 months. Fuck, that's right. You have done it before. God, I'm way too out of this shit. Okay, let's decrease it. I'm not doing much, man. What about you? What have you been up to? It's been kind of unusual holiday situation, you know. I mean, my sister and her boyfriend were supposed to come to my hometown and celebrate with me and my mom, but they both got COVID, so it's all over the place, man. Everyone's getting it now. The new variant is like less strong, but it spreads easier, from what I understand. I don't know, man. I mean, at this point, I'm expecting COVID to last at least like another 5 years, probably until it's like, you know, maybe if we're lucky, like 2, 3 years. I remember when it started, how everyone was like, "Oh yeah, it's not a huge deal. It's not gonna last. It's gonna be like a year, 2 years." It's, I think it's come to stay, man. I've been having a religious experience, so yeah, not even close to what I was expecting you to say, but okay. I have never had one. But yeah, it's been a weird time. 2022, I don't really have any particular hopes, to put it that way, but I mean, I don't know. Like to me, 2020 was a shit year. Like fucking, I think to a lot of people, 2021 was bad as well. But this is very epic music. I don't want that one. Give me a bit more chill song, please. I just have a playlist that I made for when me and my friends were playing survival. Basically, I had a trip last night. Some weird like psychological bullshit or whatever. But yeah, it's to me 2020 was like that was a shit year. Like that was just bad. It was not a good time. But 2021, I mean, it was a mixed bag. I guess it wasn't good. It wasn't terrible. I guess leaning more towards bad than good. But as long as this year's okay, then fucking I'm not gonna complain. As long as this year's just fine. But I do want to get that booster shot as well, if possible. Just want to think about that as little as possible, generally. But it's kind of hard too because it's the thing happening. So what are you gonna do? I guess I'll make a little cheeky boat. I always forget that the different boats have different looks to them depending on the material that you use. So every time I make a boat out of anything that isn't oak, it surprises me every time. Oh shit! I can make a bed if I get three white ones. Wait, can we? Let's make an axe, real quick. It's one. That's two. There you go. Come to Papa. Yes. Okay, that means I can already skip nights. That's actually pretty great. That's a good start because then I don't need to worry about um too many mobs spawning or anything. All right, coal next. I will not be streaming like for probably the next week since I'll be getting a visit from someone, but after that I wanna try to see how far I can take it this time, keep it going. Like I would love to try to beat Minecraft hardcore on my own would be cool. Or I'd love to do it as a group too, but just beating Minecraft hardcore in general would be cool. I've only beaten the game in survival mode and I've done that twice. The second time was just like a month ago. And it was the first time one of the friends in the group had ever beaten Minecraft, so it was pretty cool for him. But we didn't. You started a new Minecraft world. You mean multiplayer uh, or this world? Because this world is new, yeah. Um, but yeah, it didn't work out as well as I'd hoped because he, because he kind of died, and I was like, we didn't think to bring beds to the end portal, which we really should have done, but so it's kind of a mess, and he had to find his way back there. So we kind of cheated. We teleported him there to us, so we could. I wanted him to fight the boss with us. I wanted him to be a part of the experience of beating the game. But yeah, no, from like last time you streamed. Yeah, this is a new world. I decided to start over because I haven't streamed single player hardcore in. I want to say 9 months, maybe something like that. And I don't know. I don't feel I really like that world. It was a really cool area, but I don't know. I just don't feel that attached to going back. I feel like starting over. I feel like continuing from where I was at is I don't know. It didn't seem appealing to me in the moment because it's been so long. Like if I haven't played in a certain world or whatever in a couple of months, then I just consider it done. That's kind of how I usually do it, I guess. Turtles, dude. Can you sit on them? I don't know why I feel like you can't, but no, you can't. That would be weird, I guess. Can I help them to get to the water? Go, my friend. They're so much faster in the water. Anyways, I need coal. It's way too annoying to feed myself with uncooked meat, and it's probably not very good to eat it. You just, immediately, you slaughter it and then immediately eat it. There's gotta be some weird bacteria shit in that, right? Like salmonella or something. I was watching a video called Notch versus Minecraft for free.com, which was it's a short video, but I recommend watching it. It's pretty funny. It's like 10 minutes. I had never heard of Minecraft for free.com, but it's literally just another way to play it using a browser. Nice. Because you could actually play Minecraft on the Minecraft website before, and that was a fully supported feature. But then people took advantage of that and re-uploaded it basically on other websites. But yeah, that video is pretty funny because just the ending is funny, and I don't want to spoil it. It's too good. It's one of those things you just got to see and be like, wow, that's fucking weird. I can't believe that is how it went down. But yeah, what have you been up to? Otherwise, I did get a raise at my job, which is nice. Oh, and I also got more work potentially very soon, which is great. I really need that. I always write C's in chat when I sleep. I don't know why. It's just something I started doing in like I think in high school, and I just thought it was funny. And I just kept doing it. Now it's become a tradition. Okay. But yeah. Also, kind of a sad fact, but apparently, the guy who made the original Minecraft soundtrack, was it C148, something like that? He most likely won't be doing any more Minecraft songs or anything like that, which sucks because he actually wants to do it. But when Minecraft was like earlier in its development, Notch didn't really have the money to, I guess, pay a composer to make the soundtrack for the game. So what they did instead was that um, the what was it? He composed the soundtrack and then Notch paid like a fee to get the license to play it in his game. So Minecraft, like Mojang doesn't own the Minecraft soundtrack. The artist actually does, which is pretty unique. You don't usually see that with games. But I've quit work at Coop and I have my office where I do creative work at the moment. All right. Is that what's getting you through? Like, are you getting money for commissions, or did you just save up a lot of money so you could focus on creative work for now and see where it takes you? But yeah, the actually the guy who made the Minecraft soundtrack owns it, and I apparently this is just speculation, I think, but Microsoft doesn't want to pay like a fee. They actually want to own the songs, so that's why they've been hiring other artists to make songs specifically for Minecraft that Microsoft fully owns, and they don't want to just get something that's licensed to them. But I don't know. That seems weird to me. If that's the reason why he hasn't made any more songs for the game recently. Because like, couldn't they just? I mean, it's Microsoft. They have so much money. Why couldn't they just be like, "Hey, can we fucking like get a new deal or something?" I don't know. Seems weird. But I mean, I think the new songs are great by was it Lana Rain who does the OST for Celeste, which is wonderful, wonderful music. And there's one more artist, I don't remember her name, but It was also great. I'm loving the new songs. I wouldn't have known that it wasn't the same artist if someone didn't tell me. Even though I can hear that it's different, I just I have another job soon, like next week if I want. Okay, sounds good. I just can't wait to get back to Oslo. Ah man, because there's I have one friend currently in my hometown, and they're probably not going to be here for that much longer. So it's time to get out. But I mean, I really wanted this to remain in Oslo when I went there last time, but it was just a combination of um, the pandemic with not enjoying the school and like other personal stuff and not liking where I was at. Uh, like I did not like the place I was living. For example, I hated it there. That did not work out very well. Uh, so it was just I lived with 8 other people. I think for the most part it's usually like 6 other people. The other people weren't really there. The other two. God, I hated living there, man. Do you remember when I was gonna make you Japanese curry and there was just bugs in the rice? It's fucking disgusting. That place was filthy. I don't know, man. And I got a sty in my eye twice when I was there. And a sty is just like it's kind of like a pimple in your eyelid, but it like gets really crusty and gross, and it has a like you can spread if you're not careful, but it usually doesn't. But that sucks, and I got it twice when I was there, and I've never ever had it ever in my whole life before or since then. It was like a couple of months after moving in there, I got it, and it like fucked with my vision so much. It was really annoying, and it sucked. And then the second time I got it was when I went there in July 2020 for a short trip just to take all my shit and move out of there and like send all the stuff that I couldn't take with me then and there through the mail, right? And in that short time I was there, it was like a week and a half. I got a sty again in my eye. So there's something about that place, something about either someone that was like using my what's it called again, towels maybe, because we all had like towel racks that like everyone had their towels on, so maybe the towels were like someone touched their towels with mine and I got some weird shit from one of them, or I don't know, man. But the only time I've ever had that in my life was when I lived there, and that sucked because like at first you just feel that your one eye is kind of dry and weird, and then it starts swelling, and then like you get these like pimple looking things with pus, and then eventually the pus starts coming out. It's really nasty. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, oh Jesus. Calm down. Forest fire. Holy shit. Oh my god. This is too much right now. This is too much for my tiny brain. There's a huge fire raging. I'm not gonna bother. But yeah, yeah, and then at the end of it, it gets all like crusty and annoying, and then your eye is still swollen, and it goes away after. I think it takes like 4 or 5 days in total, the whole thing, but it really sucks. It really fucking sucks. And it's really gross, and it feels gross. And I've only ever had it when I was there, so there's something with that place, man. There's something about it where I think I'm gonna lower the render distance even more. There's something about it, and it's nasty. Thought I'm visiting my friends along the way. Oh yeah, yeah, I remember you talking about the Finnmark trip. Not that it's I mean the area you live in is a lot prettier than Finnmark in my opinion. I mean there's some really nice areas in Finnmark, but most of it is just like you know big fields. There are some nice areas, but it's maybe it just feels more boring to me because I live here. I don't know. Just want to get to Oslo. I need more food. I should have killed more animals. That's right, Peter. I said it. Come at me, fuckers. You won't. And then PETA, like Minecraft Avatar, comes sprinting at me through the forest, screaming. Suddenly, they've installed voice chat into my Minecraft. Oh shit, it's just dogs. I wasn't looking for dogs. I need animals I can murder. There you go. Now that's what I like to see. Do we go chicken or sheep? Let's go with chicken. They're easier to kill. If you're there, I might visit you if you want. Yeah, I mean, I'd be down if I'm there. I probably will be. I have no idea when I won't be here, when I move or anything. But if I were to guess, it'd probably be like fall this year. But again, that's, you know, I have absolutely no clue. I'm not really focusing so much on that right now, on when. It's just as long as it's in not too long. I might have to sleep out here. I really didn't like the idea of shader packs or anything like that when I first started playing Minecraft. I hated the idea of anything that meshed with the aesthetic in a weird way. I've never installed texture packs even once. I still don't like texture packs, I will say. I don't know why. It's just I look at a texture pack and I go, no. Even if it's a one that people are like consider to be really good. Every time I look at a texture pack, it feels wrong and I don't like it. And it's, you know, I don't know, that's just how it is for some reason. Um but the shaders is something that, like, the more I looked at it, the more I realized that, I don't know, I feel like shaders really enhance the look to me, while texture packs just change it too much. Hmm. I don't really know where I'm going. I like looking for villages when I start out. This area is really nice though. But yeah, it's now we're in the kind of more shitty months of the year, in my opinion at least. Like January, February, and March too, I guess. Is don't really like it that much. It's kind of fucking boring. It's just like cold, and that's kind of it. And nothing's really happening. And I don't know. It's a weird clash. I think you have the holidays and so much is going on, and then when you have when you get to January, you're just like, well, we've just had New Year's, and now it's back to work in a few days, and then everything just gets kind of boring immediately, and you know. So, but I don't know. Just not a big fan of January. I don't know what time of year I like best. I used to say summer. I think summer. The only thing I don't like with summer is that it's just too warm, you know. But like, I'm tempted to say I like fall more because um, it's like summer, but it's not as warm, and you get all the nice colors and everything. But I don't know, man. I feel like every time it's fall, I just start thinking about how it's gonna be winter soon, and then it bums me out. But I don't hate winter, so it's like I don't know why it bums me out. It just kind of does. It's weird. But then I love winter in the beginning. I think it's just that I'm dreading January, February, March. That time of year is just really lame. Really like this field. I'm almost tempted to just start building here, but I don't know. I like finding villages before I actually start building. I don't know why. I think it's just that it feels less lonely. So I like having a village nearby, so that I have some other things there that are like, I don't know. Okay. Where to? I have a lot of stuff now that I can use to stream older consoles, but I haven't been that tempted to stream GameCube outside of the one time I did where I streamed Animal Crossing for the GameCube, which was, cool. But I didn't know that the adapter I bought, it doesn't work with PAL 60 hertz. It works with PAL 50 hertz and NTSC 60. And I assumed that PAL 60 and NTSC 60 would be the exact same thing because it's, the same console. It's just that it can switch modes. PAL consoles can switch between 50 and 60 hertz, or at least like the sixth generation onwards can do that. But nope, apparently PAL 60 and NTSC 60 are completely incompatible. I think I'm just gonna grab some of these for dye. But yeah, they don't work. And so if I try to stream 60 hertz PAL gameplay, it looks like a mess. Like the adapter has no idea what to do and it just starts freaking out. And it looks horrible. So yeah, that didn't exactly work out how I had hoped. But I can still stream all the games that are um, 50 hertz only, but that's still kind of, I don't know, that kind of sucks. I was really hoping that it would be a solution that would solve all of my problems, but it's also the fact that it has like like any capture card will have delay, but when you add the converter on top of that, you get a lot more delay than you otherwise would. It goes from being like 1 to 2 frame of delay if we just use um, the Elgato. It has a 1 to 2 frame delay, which you won't notice in unless you're like a professional Smash player. Like that's not gonna matter at all. Like, oh yeah, I already have this color. That's not gonna matter at all. It's not gonna change anything. But for casuals, did I just say that backwards? I don't know, dude. My brain is all over the place. God damn. I feel like when I haven't streamed in a while and I come back to it, it's like my brain is like rusty. I just gotta work at it for like at least one stream. But but yeah, I was hoping that the AV to HDMI converter would fix all my problems. It doesn't. I still need to get some sort of better solution for that. So I'm probably gonna buy. There's a lot of really good HDMI GameCube converters out there. There's one that came out recently that's about $70, which isn't. It's kind of a. Yeah, I haven't bought it yet because it's. I mean, it sucks that I have to pay that much for just to get like a better visual from it. But it's gonna be a lot better if I decide to stream it that way. So I probably will do that at some point. And it's just gonna look better on my TV too, because I don't have a CD like a CRT television right now. I have a kind of like old-ish HDMI TV, but it has AV inputs, which is great. That's what I need. But yeah, I've been having so much fun with the GameCube though. That's been my thing these past, let's see, 1.5 years, I'd say, something like that. I don't know. It's a console that I just really really dig. There's something about the whole aesthetic and feel of the console. I love it. I know that it was actually criticized a lot when it came out because people were like, "Why does it have a handle? It looks like a lunchbox." Which is I don't really care that much as long as the console looks fine. I don't really care. I mean, yeah, I'd take a cooler aesthetic over a shitty one. But I think the GameCube looks fucking cool. I love that it's just a purple little box with the orange light. I mean, it has different colors, but the indigo one is the one I like the best for sure. But it's just funny to think about that was like a criticism back then. people were like, "Oh my god, it looks like a lunchbox," and it's like all the Nintendo consoles that had come out by that point look goofy, if you ask me. Like the N64, what the hell shape is that? It's like a weird circular box with like some rounded shapes on the front. I don't know. It doesn't look bad, but it's not that cool looking either. And you have the NES, which is literally a gray box. I mean, it's kind of it's kind of lame. I don't know. Super Nintendo looks okay, the American one, but the I think the European and Japanese Super Nintendo looks a lot better. But that's just me. Oh shit, more iron. Might just go for that, actually. But it's kind of funny. It's been a bit of a tradition with Nintendo stuff that, or just games in general, that Europe either it's like sometimes the European versions is just, oh, it's the American one, but 50 hertz because of the 50 hertz TV thing that we had in Europe. But then it's sometimes they're like, oh no, we're gonna make it the same mold or whatever as the Japanese one, and then sometimes they just do their own things. Like I know the original Sonic games for the Genesis. I know Sonic 1, we had the Japanese art in Europe, and then Sonic 2, we had the American art, and then Sonic 3, we had our own version of the box art, and it's really fucking ugly. Oh, it's a terrible, terrible. Like the pose is awful. The characters look really off-brand. It looks like actual bootleg bullshit, but it's official. It's the actual official art. I don't know why they felt the need to do that. I would love to ask someone and be like, why did you go with the Japanese art first, American art second, and then make your own thing for the third game? What's the thought process there? How does something like that happen? Or is it just a different guy in charge every time? So the first game is just, I don't know, do the Japanese one, the original one, and then the second guy's like, oh, we'll go American. Third guy's like, fuck all of that. Do our own thing, and it's gonna suck. Shit. Die. Hell yeah. I've also been working a lot on the Castlevania review, uh, which has been fun. That's a game that I grew up with, and um, let's just say it's not very good, but I find it's a really interesting game, and I think the backstory of it is really interesting. So that's actually been a lot of fun. I haven't really I mean I've been leaning into the whole review and retrospective thing more, I guess, on my channel. I just like that a lot. I mean, I still want to do gameplay, like edited gameplay stuff, but I only want to do it when it's something really, really fun, like the multiplayer hardcore stuff, which I would still love to do, or anything like that. I don't feel like doing the kind of videos I used to do. I don't know. It's interesting to look back on though. Like I used to do so much VR chat content. Oh my god, that was the thing for a while, but I just got bored of it. I don't really play VR chat at all anymore. Like to me, VR chat was just a thing to goof around in, right? And just meet other people and just dick around and do voices or whatever. Never about being like obnoxious, but just trying to have fun and doing characters and stuff. But then I don't know. Uh, I guess the game just changed a lot, or like it became just so different from what I wanted it to be. Not that I'm in control of what it's supposed to be or anything, but I just liked it to goof around, but I felt like that's just sort of disappeared. Maybe that's not entirely true, but to some extent at least. Like almost everyone who plays it now is just in private worlds that you know with only a select group of people, which is like that you're not really using it anymore to find new people, more so just to hang out with the people you already know, which is also fine. There's no wrong way to use software like VR chat, but it's just not the way I like to do it. And I feel like that's become the majority now. Is the hanging out in private world or just looking at themselves in a mirror all day and their avatars. And oh my god. Jesus. Holy shit. I love how big and open some of these spaces are. It looks insane. Oh shit. Yeah, I notice immediately how much more it lags when I'm streaming and playing Minecraft. Honestly, it probably would be a lot better if I just turned off the shader for when I stream, and then use the shader when I'm not streaming. But I'm so attached to this shader and the way things look. It's hard to get myself to do that. I guess I don't know. How does it look on the stream? Like, is the frame drops like super noticeable? Is it irritating? Because if it is, I'll just I'll switch it. Take off the shader. Shit. Startled me a little bit. But yeah, I'm also trying to think of new sound effects to add to the Twitch thing. The sound effects you can use the points on. But I haven't really had any good ideas yet. I swear someone suggested something that I thought was funny, but if I don't do something immediately, there's a high chance I'm just gonna forget about it. Especially if it's something small like that. But yeah. Oh. Also, I've been watching The Office, which I've never seen. I watched the first episodes of the UK and US ones just to compare because I thought it was interesting. But yeah, I'm almost done with the US show. I have like, what is it, 2.5 seasons? I don't remember, something like that. No, I think it's less. It's like just over 2 seasons left. But I feel like that show is a little, I don't know. It has way more episodes than it needs to. A bit choppy. Maybe connection though. No, it's probably just I'm gonna play without shaders. It's probably gonna be really nice to get a higher frame rate for the stream anyways. I'm just gonna remember to turn that off every time I can probably crank this up at least a little bit. Alright, let's just go to 24. It should be able to do that without, right? Oh man, it's weird, but it's kind of fun to see it without the shader. I haven't seen it without the shader in probably like 2 years, outside of like glimpses here and there, or like every now and then I would turn it on and off again just to compare. But it still feels a little choppy actually. I don't know. But yeah, I'm really liking The Office, but it's not a flawless show. It's a show that's like, it's got a lot of aspects to it that I don't feel like work super well. Like I feel like the boss Michael Scott is a little bit. They're trying to sort of make him like a bit of a fucking man child and a kind of childish and stuff like that. But I don't feel like they do a good job balancing that with his likability, because they try to make him a character that you like and root for, but you also recognize that he's not very mature or whatever. But I feel like they don't balance it quite right. I feel like he's just a little bit more obnoxious than he should be. But I still like him, I guess. Oh shit, a town. But I don't know. It's a good show, and I definitely want to actually finish watching the UK Office as well, which is a very different experience. The UK show is a lot more realistic. Oh my god, the fucking lag spikes are nutty. Um, as I say. So the UK office is a lot more realistic and a lot more awkward. The US one is a bit more over the top, more silly. So it kind of just depends on what you prefer, but I do think they are fun. I've also been watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which might be my favorite sitcom ever now because it's literally a show about shitty people being shitty, but like God, it's funny. Like if you want a show, if you want a show that's not afraid to tackle any subject, pretty much, then It's Always Sunny is the way to go, 100%. Because they do everything there. It's so much so that some of the episodes have been removed from streaming services, um, which is a whole debate I guess you could have about whether or not that's right. I don't think it is, but I don't feel like what am I? What do I know? I'm just some random asshole. But, I feel like you should be able to push boundaries in comedy, but at the same time, I don't know, man. Like people have very strong opinions on certain things, and I guess I can see what they mean. It's also different for me because I just like the show. I'm not really seeing it from an outside perspective, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's really fucking nuts, but it's fun. I guess I'll take over this house for a bit. Other than that, hey, what is this, your house? Huh? Get the fuck out, pussy. Cat? Oh my god, I need to find fish. Wait, I need to find fish. There's water over there. Is it long until it's nighttime? I got time. Let me try to get a cat. But yeah, what else? I've been waiting for the last season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That show I really, really enjoyed. I was watching it in it's like fall 2020, I think it was, and really dig it. But man, it's really annoying because both Brooklyn Nine-Nine and It's Always Sun in Philadelphia have a new season, but none of those seasons are out on any of the streaming services. I guess they're only on TV right now. Um, so I'll have to wait like months, if not like a full year, before I can see those seasons, and that sucks. I really want to see them, especially because Brooklyn Nine-Nine is now over. That was the final season that just aired, and I want to see that. They were actually planning on continuing the show, I believe, but since it's a show about cops and after everything that happened in 2020, I guess it just didn't feel good about continuing to make the show. But what can you do? I really did like it a lot though, but it's not for everyone. It's but it is fun. I don't know. I feel like I just kind of became like a big sitcom person over the last 2 years. I watched all of Seinfeld, which I like, but I'm not crazy about it. I love Kramer though, but apparently the actor who played Kramer said some, like really racist shit because he was doing like stand up, and there was, I think it was a member of the audience that was just being annoying or something like that, and then he just yeah, he called him the N word and said a bunch of shit, something along those lines, which is that's a shame. Doesn't seem like he's been able to pick himself up after that. But oh well. I don't remember which house did I place my stuff inside of. I think it was this one over here. Oh yeah, I have the bed on me. I forgot. I guess I'll just sleep next to this person. Hi. Fuck you. He was gonna take my bed. Oh my god. Actual dickhead. Gimme. I like how I get mad at him, but I just like fucking plant myself in some stranger's house. Imagine someone carries a bed into your home, place it next to yours, and then they go, "I'm sleeping here tonight." It's a funny visual. I don't really know what this does. There's so many objects and tools in Minecraft now. I don't know. There's so much stuff going on. I don't know what most of it does. Take some. Oh man. But yeah, I feel like it's kind of funny how retro game collecting has been. And it's not just me either. I'm not like the only person who's been like crazy about it since the pandemic. Like it's all over the place, man. Like prices for retro games skyrocketed after the pandemic, and I guess a lot of it is just because people want to relive nostalgia and stuff like that when they don't really have much else to do. And so a lot of people are trying to buy back games they used to own as a kid. But that's made the whole market kind of weird. I watched a video by some guy the other day. Who's been I've seen his videos before. I can't remember his name, but he's been collecting retro games for a long time, and his whole YouTube channel I think was sort of based around it. But it was just ranting about how he was done collecting retro games because he's like, oh, it's not fun anymore. It's too expensive. But then he also says something like, but I'm still gonna buy the retro games that I really want. I'm just done collecting. Which made me be like, what the fuck's the difference? If you're gonna buy the games that you want, I guess the difference is that you're not collecting game libraries to completion. Like, you're not gonna be like, I'm gonna get every GameCube game, and now you're just gonna get the ones you want. But isn't that still collecting? I mean, I don't know. I was confused by his definition of that. But it's been it's just a side tangent, but it's been fun to do, even if it all has to be done over the internet, especially because the retro game collecting scene in Norway is not much to write home about. So I've mostly just been using like Finn and stuff like that, which I can't say that's been a great experience, to be honest. It's happened a few times, especially I probably told you about it when I was trying to buy a Nintendo 3DS. That was a fucking mess because people just would never respond to me. And I think one person I waited on for 3 weeks or something like that. One person I waited on for 2 weeks, and one person I waited on for a couple of days. Um, because I first found one guy, contacted him, and he just didn't respond. And then I found someone else. Like I waited like 2 weeks, which was more than I should have bothered to wait, but whatever. So I wait 2 weeks. Oh wait, this is it. And fuck. And then I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna try to wait for this guy anymore. This sucks. My friend got Super Smash Bros. 64 for Christmas. Oh, nice. I actually used to play that on the Wii Virtual Console when I was a kid. I don't have the actual physical game, but that's cool. I got Smash Melee like a week ago, a little over a week ago. Spent a lot of time just unlocking everything in that game, which is pretty cool. But yeah, um, what was I saying? But yeah, when I was trying to get 3DSs, that was fucking. I hated that because people would not respond. So I looked up on a forum. It was like a Norwegian forum where people were ranting about the exact same thing. Where they were just like, "Oh man, people like sellers never respond to me," and some one person who was a seller on the website responded, and they were like, "Well, sometimes." You just get so many people asking you about a certain item that you just have to pick the first person on the list because you don't want to scroll through like all the replies. But then that's like that kind of sucks because the person who asked you about buying the item first if they don't get it, then like, are you supposed to spam the sellers? Like, how did they want you to do it? If you want an item, or do they want it to just be like, oh, it's whoever I randomly happen to see first? It's like, that's stupid. But to be fair, I don't know. I kind of wish it worked a little bit more like eBay, because when you buy something on eBay, it's like any other online shopping where you've bought the thing and now the seller has to send it and all that, as opposed to you having to contact someone and then make a deal with them. Like, Finn is a lot more social, but I don't think it's to its benefit. Oh shit. Made me jump. Stop it. But yeah, I don't think it's to its benefit that Finn is a social website like that. I actually think it makes it a lot more annoying to deal with. Because, like, what am I supposed to do, right? I want to buy something from you. Am I just supposed to spam you? Then you get annoyed. You probably don't want to sell it to me. And if I send a message and wait, then you're just going to find someone else because someone else sent a message later. I don't know. Finn is weird. Shit. Still getting lag spikes. I first got a copy from Amazon, but it was a US version. Then I got one on Finn for 770. And it was in perfect condition. Damn, that's expensive though. I mean, again, retro games are expensive now, but I think I paid, what was it, 650 kronor for Smash Melee, which is pretty pricey because a lot of people were used to be selling it for like 500 and some around 600, but now most people are selling it for like 690 and 700 and like around that price range. So 650 was not a bad deal for one that's complete with the manual and everything. But yeah, it would be cool to have Smash 64. Like but it's like, I don't know. I think Smash 64 is just a little too old and shitty for me. Like, outside of nostalgia, I wouldn't really want to pick it over Ultimate in any way, but Melee at least has its competitive scene, and there's something about Melee I think that it just holds up a lot better. But I have a lot of nostalgia towards Smash 64. I do like it in a different way. Um, I also want Paper Mario for the Nintendo 64, but that game's like 1,000 kroner plus easy, which is what I spent on the sequel for the GameCube, which cost me, I think I paid 1,003, seen it go for 1,002, around there. So I didn't bother to buy the N64 one. I was like, if I'm going to buy one of these two games, it's going to be the GameCube one, because I'm more interested in the GameCube than the N64, and the GameCube game is the sequel. Everyone says it's better and has more content. So like, if I'm going to spend that much money on one of them, it's going to be the GameCube game. But yeah, so I just played the N64 original using a emulator, and that was that. And I don't feel bad saying that because fucking Nintendo makes it way too hard to get their shit. It makes it way too hard. I think Paper Mario might be on the Switch Online Plus service, but that service is not very good from what I've seen. If I'm not wrong, it's like the controls are terrible, but you can't change them, which is, fun. And like, the way they have the C buttons set up on the Joy-Cons is really weird. Like, the C buttons, two of the C buttons are two of the Joy-Con, like, base buttons, and then two of the other C buttons are, like, the triggers or something. It's really fucking weird, the way they have it set up. And you can't swap buttons yourself, which is insane. Why would they not allow you to change buttons as you please? Like, yeah, you can open the Switch menu and manually change the Joy-Con buttons that way, but that's going to change the way you navigate menus and everything. Like, everything changed with that, which is just annoying. I don't know. Shit, where'd I put my crafting table? I was too busy talking. I think it's over, yeah. But, yeah, and I also heard that the emulation in the Switch Online Plus thing is not that good. At least in Ocarina of Time, there's like one area that doesn't have, I don't know, there's some areas that don't look the way they should. And it's just funny because I thought they had it down with the virtual console on the Wii, which I actually read about it, or there was like a no, there was a video talking about the different versions of the virtual console, and they were talking about why the Switch one isn't very good, because they had this like team of people working on the emulator for GameCube, I think, when they were doing Ocarina of Time on the GameCube and all that. And then that same team worked on the Wii Virtual Console, and then I believe some of the same people worked on a Wii U Virtual Console. I think, or it was the same crew, but they didn't have as much of a budget. But Wii U one is still pretty good, but not as good as the Wii one, if I remember correctly. And then the Switch one is just like the worst version of those, which is I don't know how the I don't know how Nintendo's doing their stuff to make it so that the newest version of the emulator is the shittiest, but I don't know. I mean, I love Nintendo, but they do some weird shit sometimes. They make some weird choices, for sure. Like when they shut down Smash Melee online tournaments because they were playing using an emulator. But Nintendo themselves haven't re-released Melee in any way. What they should do is make a perfect like port of Melee that's identical to the Switch one, and just give it really good online on the Switch, and literally that they would sell easily like at least 1 or 2 million copies for sure, right? I feel like that would be a worthwhile investment for them to do if they just really put some effort into the online functionality of it. But I don't think they're gonna do that. I don't really think they care about putting Melee on the Switch. Maybe they feel like it would compete with Ultimate, even though I really don't think it would, because Ultimate is the new one with all the characters. So like anyone who's a casual Smash player will most likely be picking Ultimate. But speaking of Smash, I know that Sakurai, who's like the director of the Smash games, said that he wasn't sure if there was going to be a new Smash game or like what they could do with it, which I kind of understand. I don't know how they could make a new Smash after Ultimate. Because if it doesn't have the same amount of characters that Ultimate, people are just going to be mad, you know. And I don't know what you can do differently with it either. I feel like Ultimate, I don't know. I think the only thing that I really wish I'd gotten from Smash Ultimate was I wish I got a Resident Evil rep of any kind. Like, if I got Jill Valentine, that'd be so sick. But, or Leon. But, there's a lot of people out there that wanted their character to be the one, like Master Chief or Crash Bandicoot. But, oh shit. Damn. You see that pathfinding in action? That's insane. But yeah, it's weird to think that Smash Ultimate is over. It just felt like this big never-ending thing. I thought there was gonna be one more character pack after this. I've wished it were. That would have been sick, but what can you do? I don't know what these lag spikes are. It's weird. Um, but yeah, how you been playing any cool games lately? Anything new? I've just been going ham with Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2. That's been my thing for the last like 2.5 weeks. I didn't because I bought Super Monkey Ball a little bit after I got my actual GameCube, which has now been exactly a year, I think. And when I first got it, I was just like, yeah, it's cool. I like Super Monkey Ball. Like I played it a little bit as a kid, but I after I got Monkey Ball 2 and I started playing Monkey Ball 1 more again, those games clicked with me and like they are really, really satisfying. I feel like there's something to be said about games that are really difficult but simple, Because the entire control scheme of Monkey Ball is just the joystick, and that is all. You can zoom in and out of the map using the A button, but don't really mess with that a whole lot. So the game is essentially just controlled with a joystick, and that's it. And I think that's cool. I like games that have a really simplistic um, sort of control scheme, like Kingdom, which I think operates on 3 buttons, and that's left, right, and then like an action button or whatever you want to call it. And that's the whole gameplay. 3 buttons. I think that's so cool. Just the idea of simplistic controls like that is really cool to me. I'm trying to figure out where I want to actually start building my home. But I'm having a hard time decide. Could do it on top of the hill, maybe. But I might have to do some terraforming to actually make it flat enough. Yeah, I don't know. I always like having a view though. Wait, they have a path that goes up here? What? Look at that. What? How are they supposed to just go here and then there's a huge gap? I don't know, man. Villagers are crazy. That's all I can say. I think I'm gonna make my house by the water. I can't be bothered to terraform the mountain too much. Oh man. This month has see, Monster Hunter Rise is out on PC right now, which I loved World, so I definitely will get Rise. I didn't want to buy it when it was on the Switch, because last time I bought Monster Hunter on console, all my friends waited for the PC version, and then when that came out, none of them wanted to, like everybody wanted to play it on PC, and then I already felt kind of burnt out because I played it so much on console, and then, or I hadn't played it that much. It was just like 20 something hours, but I don't know. I had a hard time getting into it too. I played the PS4 version of Monster Hunter World, which, it doesn't run terribly, but compared to the PC version, man, it's a whole other story. That game, in my opinion, has to be played on either a PC or like at least like a PS4 Pro and a Xbox One X. I think is the one I'm thinking about. I don't know, man. I don't understand what Xbox's naming convention has been in the last decade. You have Xbox and then you have Xbox 360, and it's like, okay, it's a bit odd. Don't really know what the 360. I guess it's just because it has the circular like on off button maybe, or like I don't know, but whatever. And then a lot of people are like, oh, the next one's going to be called Xbox 720, which, looking back on it now, when I'm actually trying to think about why they called it what they called it, Xbox 720 is actually a really shitty and weird name. But it's kind of better than Xbox One. Like, Xbox One, what do you mean? It's the third one. And Xbox One X, Xbox One S, and then you have Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, which I am so fucking certain that there's been at least like maybe 20 people out there, probably more than that, probably maybe even like 100 people that have been trying to buy a Series X or S that buy an Xbox One X or S and just don't get the difference, or someone tried to buy it for them and didn't get the difference or something like that. It's an awful naming convention. It doesn't make any sense. It's terrible. I mean, at least PlayStation's is simple, even if it's kind of boring, but it's simple. It works. Just having PlayStation and then 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's it. Oh shit. Alright. That's just a group of pillagers. Where did they come from? I was over there working. Did they just walk through here? I guess I'll just let them do their thing. I'm not gonna bother them. You don't have to be at war. You're doing with the horses. I like how they always try to traverse through water, and then it takes them like. The one guy doesn't realize that the others are turning around. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll build my house here. Probably make a shovel, actually. I hope that the next Nintendo console will literally just be a Switch 2. I'm sure they're going to think of a much better name than Switch 2, but it's something like that. I think the idea of the Switch is so good. But I also like that Nintendo's handhelds and home consoles are like one and the same now. Because, I mean, I love the Game Boy Advance. All the Game Boys are great. And the DS was great, and 3DS was great, but it's just a lot nicer to not have to buy two consoles. You just buy the one. That's kind of it. And a lot of franchises that used to be handheld only and that used to be sort of limited by their hardware now has the same stuff to work with as Nintendo's big mainline franchises, And I feel like that's pretty cool. We're seeing a lot of series take big steps. Pokemon is one of them, even though I am not super confident that Arceus will be great. I really hope it is. I'm hopeful, but I don't think it's gonna be great. But I think it's gonna be probably fun. It's probably gonna be good, but we'll see. We will see. I like that the video I made on it. I think that video almost has 100,000 views now. I haven't checked it in a while, but it's just funny because it's just a video that I threw together in. It would have been just like an hour, maybe 2 hours, if it wasn't for the fact that what was it again? There was some issue with. Actually, I want to cover this up. There was some issue with one of the scenes where for some reason I could see one frame of another shot in the video. It was really weird. And when I tried to cut down that shot a little bit so you wouldn't see, because I assumed that I just not cut it correctly so that you could see like the next shot, like the first frame of the next shot. But even after I cut it out, like I could still see it, which is fucking weird. I just did not understand why. So what I did then was that I rendered the video and um, then I took the fully rendered finished video basically and just cut it out from there, like the single frame that popped in. Because when I tried to do it in the main like timeline in the actual video itself, it kept happening and it was weird as shit. I've never had that before or since. I don't know if it was, maybe it's because the footage was one frame rate and I had set the video to be another frame rate and there was some weird thing happening there. I don't know, but it's really annoying. But I managed to fix it, you know. I'm sure if I'd made more videos on the game, or if I do make more, it'll probably do well, but we'll see. I am planning on buying it, and I'll probably stream it at least the first day it's out. I think after that I'm just gonna chill and play it on my own. But it'd be fun to just, the first day that the game is out to play it, because I mean we will get the game 6 hours before America does. 6 to 9, depending on the region, I guess, of America you're talking about. I don't know if I'm assuming midnight releases in the U.S. go by the time zone in the specific area, but I don't actually know. But it would be fun to stream it, and people will be like, "Oh shit, you got it already." I'll be like, "Yeah." Obviously, then I have to buy it digitally, even though the cover art is really pretty and it'd be cool to have a physical copy. I don't know. I like having physical copies of games, but and it's a thing too where it's like, if my Switch ever breaks, especially after these games are not really being sold in stores anymore, like 10 years from now or something, um, then yeah, it'd be great to have a physical copy of them because I can always go back to that. But when you have a digital copy, you're sort of stuck with having to have it downloaded or whatever. And once the services are shut down, then, what do you do then? But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I don't, it's hard to justify because I live in the middle of nowhere right now. So I can't go to the store and buy a physical Switch game. The closest I think a store that actually sells Switch games would be like 2.5 hours away. Excluding this one hardware store that we have here, or it's not a hardware store, it's like an electronics store. But that store usually only sells like one or two Switch games. I think it's had the same like two Switch games for sale for the last probably 2 years or something. I don't know. Whenever the Link's Awakening remake came out, that was the last time I saw their stuff actually change. So yeah, it's been a while. I could also order it online, but it just it takes like, I don't know, maybe 5-ish days to get here, something like that. I want to make it a bit shorter. And I don't know. It's just when I'm really hyped to play a game, it's hard to hold back from just buying it digitally and immediately playing it, because it's satisfying. You just got it like that, instead of having to wait like a week basically, or you know. And besides, it's like with the Switch, it's kind of nice to have games be digitally too, because I don't need to swap them when I'm traveling. If I want to play a different game, I don't have to change the games around, or like have the games physically with me at all times and like available to switch. I just pick the game and that's that. I don't have to open and close a case, which again, that's such a minor thing, but it still is, you know. And besides, physical games have become so lame over the years, because now you basically pay money for a plastic case and a tiny cartridge or a disc that has the game on it. And even when it does have the game on it, you won't have all the updates and stuff that games usually tend to get later on. So like, if you have the cartridge, but you lose your memory, or like your SD card for the Switch, or bricks or something like that, or you lose the whole Switch, then like, I don't it. But then again, you'd lose the game with that if you had it digitally. So I guess it doesn't matter. It's like, it's complicated, but I don't know. I both prefer, like, I don't know. Both of them have pros and cons, digital and physical media. Digital is more convenient, but physical is nice because you actually own it. No one can, just take it from you. Like, no company can't be like, oh, we don't want to sell this game over Steam anymore or whatever, or we don't want people to be able to download this or anything like that. which doesn't really happen that often, but it can happen. That's the thing that sucks. It actually did happen once with me, although it wasn't really a game that um you know that you would want to like. It was a Steam game. It was called Mind Show. It was like a VR. Um, what'd you call it? It's like a VR game where you make sketches basically, and you just try to make funny content inside of the VR app by moving around and talking and having this. You select like an avatar to use and act out stuff, and then the game will play it back in real time. You can add another character, stuff like that. And that game was great. That was a lot of fun, but they just kind of randomly removed it one day, and they even had a Discord for it and everything. But I think the reason they said that they removed it was that they wanted to focus on marketing it as a tool for companies to use or something like that, to make like actual things out of it, like shows and stuff, even though it's not really. If you actually look at Mind Show, I could never imagine like a professional work being made with it, because it looks a little too um basic, or like the way you move around and stuff, and like you watch the playbacks, you watch it doesn't look like something that's well animated. It just looks like someone who used a VR headset and controllers. They're just messing around with it. It doesn't I don't know. But it bummed me out. I found something else though that sort of has the same vibe to it, called what's it called again? Flipside. That was it. But they don't have as many avatars and stuff to choose from. It's a bit more limited. It's more like they want you to make your own stuff and import it through Unity, and you have to have permission to use certain avatars and stuff like that. Like if you haven't made them yourself, so it's a pretty different thing. But I did make some videos with it that I thought were pretty funny. Like I think Epic Gamer Club was my favorite one. I only used the avatars that were there by default. I actually tried to import some myself using Unity, but couldn't get it to work. It was too complicated for me. I give up way too easily on stuff like that. I tried to import my own models into the ArtChat as well, which also uses Unity, but I couldn't figure it out. I don't know. I've been thinking about streaming Parkitect again also. That could be fun. So that may or may not happen. See. I mean, this whole channel is more just about me kind of dicking around. I don't really take streaming all that seriously. But I have fun with it. But Parkitect is a great time. I mean, to me, it is Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, and I know that there already is a 3. I actually owned it when I was a kid, because my buddy Marcus saw, who also streams and stuff. He had a copy of Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 when we were kids, and I used to go over to his place and just to play it and not to hang out with him and lose. No, but when I hung out at his place, we used to play it together, and I thought it was the coolest game. Oh my god, I loved it. Uh, and so I decided, I found Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. I think it was on like CD-ON or whatever that website is. It's a Swedish website, but I found it there, and I thought, okay, great. I am 100% buying this. I want Roller Coaster Tycoon. It's so much fun. And then I was really not into it, and I ended up selling it to a friend of mine who I don't know if he really played it a whole lot. Oh shit. I don't know if he really played it, but I saw an excuse to get rid of it, and I took that excuse. So I sold him it. I might have traded him for a different game. I don't know. I know I got Rayman Raven Rabbids from him because I loved Rayman as a kid, but those games were more like a weird. It was like a bad Mario Party. It's like a weird minigame collection. I don't know. That little game series is really weird. But yeah. Anyways, Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. I didn't like it, and it's developed by the same people who made Planet Coaster, which I also did not like that much. I think it's great for people who really like being creative with their parks and like spending a lot of time crafting a really good looking theme park that just looks impressive and that has a lot of cool stuff going on. But the game was just too easy. I felt like the managing aspect, the actual tycoon aspect of Planet Coaster was not there, which is, I don't know, it was just disappointing to me. I really wanted it to be something more in depth or like feel like a true sequel, but it feels more like a expansion of Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 with I don't know if it has all the same content, but it feels like an expansion of that with new graphics, and just kind of made me not that interested. I don't know, but it's not bad. I think it's just for different types of players than me. But yeah, Parkitect, that's kind of why I think of that as a true sequel, because it takes the tycoon aspect and the whole theme park, like everything that's like managing the park, it just feels improved, especially because you actually have to worry about paying attention to um you have to get your merchandise and like your food and stuff to the actual stalls that sell them, which is pretty unique. And I really like that idea. And your guests don't want to see any of the staff areas, any of the like faculty buildings and stuff where employees go to rest or to train or anything like that. No one who goes to the park, like, none of the guests want to see that because it takes them out of the experience, which makes a lot of sense. Like and so you have to make sure to have like enough trees in front of those buildings or enough like structures that's a part of the theme park in front of that, and there's a lot of small things like that, as well as the fact that you can create zones. Like everything is like tile based, but you can select tiles and make a zone and say, okay, this is zone one, this is zone two, or call it whatever you want. And once you do that, you can choose to shit. Black spikes are fucking wacky. I don't know what that is. Oh shit. Okay, so there's two villages right next to each other. It's kind of fun. But yeah, fuck. I completely lost my train of thought. I don't know what the lag spikes are, man. I haven't been able to figure that out. Um, damn. That's really bad, too. Well, that kills me. I'll be mad. But yeah, Parkitect it's just a great time. It really expands on everything I wanted it to. It really is what I wanted Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 to be, and I love the kind of low poly 3D aesthetic, like a really simple looking 3D game, but it does it in a way that I feel like it really evokes the style of Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 and 2, but just in a different way, and I like that. I still feel like Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 especially is worth playing today though. 1 not so much because 2 is the exact same game as one, but just everything. It's just new stuff. So there's no real reason to play one over two, as far as I know. At least I'm not really an expert because I haven't played one since I played it at Marcus's house as a kid. I'm pretty sure. So I wouldn't really know how to compare them necessarily. But let's see. I guess we'll at least get a roof in just for now. Definitely want to make more floors just because I like doing that. But oh shit, I don't even know if I put hardcore anywhere in the title. I don't remember what I called the stream. I have no idea. Completely forgot. Okay. Let's see. Man, the music is there's something so special about Minecraft music. The way it's made to sort of it's made to sound as if it could go on forever. Um, which I think is really cool. At least that's the way I understand it. From that video I watched about the Minecraft soundtrack and everything, and like why the guy who made it hasn't made any recently, but it's kind of funny, dude, to think about that. It's like this game has been around for so long, but it's such a constant in the public eye. Minecraft just grew bigger and bigger and bigger, and then it kind of like went up and down a little bit in popularity, but it still stayed relevant this whole time. And I think they've been killing it with the updates. I can't think of anything that I don't like with the updates. Maybe some of the new pixel art on some of the ores I don't like that much. It's kind of the only thing I can think of that I'm not like a huge fan of, and that's pretty fucking minor, honestly. I I like having big windows everywhere. I think it looks neat, just being able to see out. I like snowy areas like that too, but they've actually made it so I don't know how new this is. It's probably not that new, but there are if you walk on like really deep snow, you can actually sink into it, and that scared me the first time because I didn't know that was the thing. I fell into the snow and just started dying, like freezing to death. So that was a fun experience. Shit. You didn't see that. That didn't happen. You're incorrect. Fuck. Okay, well, still need just 3. But yeah. Oh, man. I have all this dye with me because I know that eventually I want to make a room that's like an enchantment room. And I always do this thing where in an enchantment room, I have stained glass windows. That's just been a tradition for the last how long? Since we played that survival multiplayer world in was it 2019? I think it was 2019, which Marcus actually made a video on. It's really funny. It's like half hour long, but that video is so goddamn funny. It makes me laugh so hard every time I rewatch it like once a year. I just think it's that good. I don't know. It's great. But yeah, so if you want to check that out, that's on Marcus Saw's YouTube channel, Marcus AW. Uh, I honestly, I might even rewatch that video now. It's so dumb. And I love all the characters, like the weird kid character that was like that got like what was it again? It was something about his dad. I don't know. There's something about his dad like beating him. So that's the kind of jokes that we had. It's very very fun, of course. No, but it was like it was just fucking weird as shit and goofy, and all the characters we were making up was just so silly. But we had a great time with it. And of course, when Marcus got like he got assaulted by the people in the town that we were living in, because we had like a culture type of mod or something like that. So there's like a Indian culture, Japanese culture, French. There's just a bunch of stuff like that, and it's pretty cool actually. I like that mod a lot. This is without mods though. I didn't feel like adding any mods to this, but yeah. Um, this was kind of short, but I think I'm just gonna call it now because I don't know. I didn't have a lot of energy today, but I felt like I just really wanted to stream. I wanted to do a short stream to get back into it, and I think calling it now that we've at least got a temporary house. I'm obviously gonna give it a roof and stuff too, but I just feel like calling it now. But it's been fun. I definitely got to try to do more. Probably not this week, right? That's coming up right now, but after that, I definitely should do more. And I will at least stream on the 28th um when it was the 28th, right? When Legends Arceus comes out, the Pokemon game. I'm just gonna double check that. Yeah. So that I'll definitely stream at least the first day. After that, I just want to play it at my own pace and chill and have fun. So I don't want to stress with it or anything, or like feel like I have to stream it. But just the first day would be fun to do, just to cement those experiences into the internet, so that they're always there. But yeah. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go watch some shows now or something. I don't know. All right. Goodbye.